We are going to dive deep into the most fascinating and complex stories from history and religion. Today, we're tackling one of the most pivotal and intriguing episodes in the Christian narrative, the betrayal of Jesus by Pontius Pilate. How did a Roman governor become infamous for his role in the crucifixion of Jesus? Was it betrayal, cowardice, or political maneuvering? Stick with us because by the end of this video, you'll have a clearer understanding of Pilate's actions and their lasting impact on history. Pontius Pilate is a name that echoes through history, forever linked to the trial and crucifixion of Jesus Christ. As the Roman governor of Judea, Pilate had the authority to decide Jesus' fate. His decision to condemn Jesus to the cross is one of the most scrutinized actions in religious and historical texts. But was Pilate truly a betrayer, or was he a pawn in a much larger game of political and social pressures? In this video, we will explore the historical context of Pilate's rule, analyze his interactions with Jesus, and examine the possible motivations behind his fateful decision. Let's decode the betrayal of Jesus by Pilate and uncover the layers of complexity surrounding this crucial moment in history. Historical context. To understand Pilate's actions, we first need to grasp the political and social climate of Judea under Roman rule. Pilate served as the prefect of Judea from AD 26 to 36, a time marked by significant tension between the occupying Romans and the Jewish population. The Jews were resentful of Roman control, especially when it came to religious matters. Pilate's primary duties included maintaining order and enforcing Roman law, often a delicate balancing act fraught with challenges. Pilate's early governance. Pilate's tenure as governor was characterized by several controversial decisions that fueled Jewish animosity. His introduction of Roman standards bearing the emperor's image into Jerusalem sparked protests due to the Jewish prohibition against graven images. Additionally, Pilate's use of temple funds to build an aqueduct further inflamed tensions, leading to violent clashes. These incidents demonstrate Pilate's often heavy-handed approach to governance, which set the stage for his handling of Jesus' trial. The trial of Jesus. The trial of Jesus is one of the most detailed narratives in the New Testament, featuring prominently in all four Gospels. According to the accounts, Jesus was brought before Pilate by the Jewish leaders, who accused him of blasphemy and claiming to be the King of the Jews, a title that suggested rebellion against Roman authority. Pilate's initial reaction was one of reluctance. The Gospels describe him questioning Jesus and finding no fault that warranted death. However, the Jewish leaders were adamant, and the situation grew increasingly volatile. Pilate's wife even sent him a message warning him to have nothing to do with that righteous man because of a troubling dream she had experienced. Political pressure. The pressure on Pilate was immense. The Jewish leaders manipulated the situation, suggesting that failing to act against Jesus would be seen as disloyalty to the emperor. John 19:12 quotes them saying, "If you let this man go, you are no friend of Caesar. Anyone who claims to be a king opposes Caesar." Pilate faced a no-win situation. Condemning Jesus would appease the Jewish leaders and prevent a possible riot, but it would also mean executing a man he believed to be innocent. On the other hand, releasing Jesus could lead to unrest and accusations of failing to uphold Roman authority. Pilate's decision. In the end, Pilate capitulated to the demands of the crowd. In a symbolic gesture of washing his hands, he attempted to absolve himself of responsibility, declaring, "I am innocent of this man's blood," Matthew 27:24. He then handed Jesus over to be crucified. This act of washing his hands is significant, symbolizing his internal conflict and desire to distance himself from the decision. Despite this, the historical and theological implications of his actions cannot be ignored. Pilate's choice to prioritize political stability over justice has led many to view him as a betrayer. Historical and theological interpretations. Pilate's role in Jesus' crucifixion has been interpreted in various ways throughout history. Early Christian writers often depicted him as a reluctant participant, forced into a difficult position by the Jewish leaders and the threat of rebellion. This portrayal suggests that Pilate's actions, while wrong, were driven by political necessity rather than malice. However, other interpretations are less sympathetic. Some view Pilate as a weak and indecisive leader who allowed an innocent man to be executed to save his own position. This perspective highlights the moral and ethical failure of Pilate's decision, emphasizing his betrayal of justice. Pilate in extra-biblical sources. Historical records outside the Bible provide additional context about Pilate's character and governance. Philo of Alexandria describes Pilate as inflexible, cruel, and prone to corruption. Flavius Josephus, a Jewish historian, also documents Pilate's harsh actions, including the massacre of Samaritans. These accounts support the image of Pilate as a governor who often resorted to brutality to maintain order. His handling of Jesus' trial, therefore, fits within a broader pattern of his governance style, marked by a willingness to make harsh decisions to avoid unrest. The role of divine providence. From a theological perspective, Pilate's role in Jesus' crucifixion is seen as part of a divine plan. The New Testament portrays the crucifixion as a necessary event for the redemption of humanity. In this view, Pilate's actions, while morally questionable, were instrumental in fulfilling a greater purpose. This perspective adds a layer of complexity to Pilate's betrayal. It raises questions about free will, predestination, and the nature of divine justice. Was Pilate merely a pawn in a divine plan, or did he bear full responsibility for his actions? Pilate's legacy. The legacy of Pontius Pilate is a testament to the enduring impact of his decision. In Christian tradition, he is often remembered as the man who condemned Jesus to die, a figure of both historical and moral significance. His actions have been scrutinized, debated, and interpreted through various lenses, reflecting the complexities of his role. Pilate's story also serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of political expediency and the moral responsibilities of leadership. His failure to stand up for justice, despite recognizing Jesus' innocence, highlights the ethical dilemmas faced by those in power. Contemporary reflections. Today, the story of Pilate and Jesus continues to resonate. It prompts reflections on the nature of justice, the pressures of political leadership, and the consequences of moral compromise. Pilate's decision to betray justice for political stability remains a powerful reminder of the importance of integrity and courage in the face of difficult choices. In this conclusion, the betrayal of Jesus by Pontius Pilate is a complex and multifaceted story that continues to captivate and challenge us. It raises profound questions about morality, leadership, and the interplay between human actions and divine providence. Pilate's decision, whether seen as a calculated political move or a moral failing, has left an indelible mark on history and religious thought. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the betrayal of Jesus by Pilate. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and leave a comment below with your thoughts. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to AI Apostle and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, keep exploring the depths of history and stay curious.